wrong.
Yeah, so speaking from experience, this is not the best matchup for ice climbers. As many of you know, if you play, Rob has a lot of projectiles that they can throw around with the top and also the lasers. So Gatsby's going to try and get into some desyncs, and we'll see what happens.
Right. In this one, it's all about patience and perfect V-syncs with the character. Or wait, V-syncs? Did I say that right?
Yeah, no desyncs.
D-syncs, not V-syncs. Jesus.
Not only getting the desyncs, but having it so that top is in the way, because if the top's in the way, then that messes up the desync a lot. But Gatsby knows how to get those desyncs without having it be accidental, so we'll see if they'll be able to get this in a nice back air kill.
Yeah. The good thing about ice climbers in this matchup, though, is if they can get it in, they rack up that damage, and that was just unfortunate right there for.
Definitely, Gatsby tried to go for solo side B into Popo's spike fair, but it didn't quite work out.
Right. Grab? I missed the grab on that.
The biggest issue that Ices has, it's not like they rack up damage extremely well, it's just trying to get that like kill option. They don't have too many unless you get like Blizzard into like a guarantee.
Right. But the good thing about them though is even though they don't have kill power, they have damage. And that's really kind of what solidifies Ices as like a decent character in this game. It's just the fact that they can do damage.
And also get gimped at like very low percents. You saw there, Anechovies trying to go for that side beam of the stage to try and catch Gatsby as they were coming up.
Ooh, that was unfortunate.
Messing up the timing of that side. It's like those kinds of side beam moves. I noticed it mostly with Bob and Meta Knight is that it like learning the timing of how long they are when you're holding on shield can be challenging.
Right. I was kind of confused on what Gatsby did with that up special. I was kind of thinking he was going to try to kill off the top, but I didn't think they could do that.
They can. A partner, when using Belay, has a hitbox, and actually gives Ices a good way to get a kill, but it's a very narrow hitbox at the top. So you kind of just have to know. Usually it's used as a prediction, like a jump prediction, either from ledge or like above. And going for another, that was like
that's it.
3 in a row. Game 1 going to Anchovy.
That is.
Yep. It's not the best matchup for Ices, but Anchovy's proving that they can get around and get some good damage in despite the damage output from VCs.
Right. So, it's, yeah. So,
oh, they're going straight back to PS2, actually.
Rematch. I'm curious. I think this is a pretty even stage for both characters in this matchup. So I don't see why they'd switch.
I definitely feel that as well. Like, if you go to somewhere like Battlefield or like small Battlefield where the platforms are right near the ledge, Rock can use those much more to the advantage than Ice Climbers can.
Right. As long as you don't take Rob to Kalos, you're fine.
Oh yeah, definitely. That sounds like a pain idea. And then likewise, if Gatsby wants to go for more desyncs or try to get in from above, then F3 would be a better stage for them.
Right. Look at that damage.
Oh yeah, definitely. And they have the top as well. That's another thing, like, even the top, if the top's an issue, like, at least one of the ice climbers can be holding the top, and that gets rid of it from Rob's inventory. You can see there Gatsby trying to pick it up again, keep that choice or option out from Anchovy.
Right. Good recovery back to center stage.
Using the spin, there it comes again, and Gatsby letting go shield too early, and that's going to cost him the partner.
Let's see if he can make something happen here. There we go.
Goes out for a fair. And a bear. Bear being a pretty good kill option at this point, if you're that close to stage, but I don't think it would kill from center stage at this point. Especially with only one Icy.
Almost got the forward air off. And there it is. Oh,
not yet, not yet. Soon. You would think it would kill though. It looked like it.
It looks like a strong move, but it's also Rob and there it is.
It's Rob and then solo Ice Climber. I think that's the thing, because if you have the two of them, then it knocks it pretty far.
There we go.
That's gonna get back to even.
So this match is being played much better for both players.
Yeah, it's 70% from 0. Like that's just showing the output damage from Ice Climbers.
That's 93. Are we gonna see a 0 to death? Oh,
maybe, but we'll see. Usually getting this like last hit to kill is always the hardest part, and Anchovies really using.
There it is.
Not quite. Almost at 120. Gatsby's literally just sitting there. Not
my god.
Either. Getting the late hitbox and up smash and not killing, unfortunately.
Oh, there it is. Up smash. Yeah. Not a 0 to death. But...
very close. A very good stock from Gatsby, especially at this point in the stuff right now.
Ooh, there it is. 50%, 65.
The power of Ice Climbers. If only they didn't get gimped at every recovery.
I know.
Oh.
Their damage is so good.
We haven't really seen it from. Oh wow.
That almost killed.
Yeah. Anchovies getting snuck up by the solo Ice Climber.
There it is. Ooh. Oh, I got stopped by the gyro.
I actually don't know if this is an issue for people or not, but like, do people actually get like messed up with which ones to go to? Unless like in every case, except for I think the only one where I would get messed up is the ones where the gloves are the difference.
There's one where their costume is very similar. There's like a slight shade, or tint difference, but beyond that, I don't remember. I think it's
like the gloves, but I don't know if it's like in this case where it's like green and yellow. If Anchovies got mixed up with which one was the partner or not. Maybe they were expecting the Icy to run through back to the quote-unquote original one, but then came up with F Smash. But yeah, Gatsby caking Game 2, and they're going to have to go to a different stage, actually, for Game 3, since both of them won on PS2.
Right. So, let's see what happens here.
I know we were talking when it happened, but Gatsby went up and predicted Anchovies neutral air dodge, and then went down straight for an F Smash to get the win. That was... Oof.
That was... yikes.
Gatsby taking momentum into Game 2 right now. I mean, Game 3, my bad.
Right.
And we'll see who's going to close up. You know, lots riding on it for Gatsby. And Anchovies also eager for a win. Anchovies is actually at 18th right now in the sets. So if either of them win, that could put them, you know, in top 16 for the ladder bracket tonight.
Right. FD? Or Smashville? Nope. Small Battlefield.
Battlefield.
Uh-oh.
We were talking about this earlier. Rob might have the advantage here. Well, it was Gatsby's bans and then Anchovies got to pick, so they probably knew that Small Battlefield would be a good option.
Right. I mean, it's not a bad option for Ices, but you're facing Rob, and that matchup's already not great. So it's you're kind of picking your own battles at this point. But
you know, there's a lot of stages that you could ban that could be worse. Like, I'm assuming Cowards got banned already. We already talked about that. And then Ices hate towns, so they don't like to go there either. That's 2 bans out of 3.
Right.
I don't know what else you would use it on. Lilat, just to get rid of it?
Probably Lilat, just to get rid of it. Nobody likes Lilat.
I don't know what happened for, like, when I play, but I'm like, oh, nobody will go to Lilat, and then I don't ban it, and you go to Lilat. I'm like, why?
It doesn't make sense. Like, there's not a true reason for you to pick Lilat over Yoshi's, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
But that's just me. Like, yeah, there's a couple character gimps, but beyond that, it's like you could go to Yoshi's and do just fine. So
very even game at the moment.
Ooh, that's death.
Getting the fair kill at that point. What was that, like 110, 115?
Ooh.
Setting up some master combo.
Go. Reset. There's the grab. What?
Trying to go for a belay kill, but
Oh, I missed the back air.
I don't think belay would kill at 70.
I don't know. Well, we'll never know.
Yeah, well, yeah, we won't know.
Gatsby might have just been trying to do something crazy. We don't know. So.
Yeah.
Now we're just entering chaos as the ices are semi-separated.
Semi-separate. You never know when the IC will strike. One day they'll just be staying there, and the next day they'll just randomly up smash.
Oh.
I think the funniest thing that I can do as ice climbers is when I'm dead in like a start kill, but my partner isn't, and I just start mashing buttons, hoping that my partner will go for an up smash.
Right. It's beautiful though. That's the problem.
It's like I don't mash, but I also do mash.
I mean, that's the basics of ices. If you want a basic of ices, just mash.
Oh yeah, true.
If you want to competitively play ices, mash but better.
Mash, but in a specific sequence.
But
Not dead at 154. This is kind of a problem here.
he's got to get a kill right now.
Anything would kill, but like it's getting that kill. 'Cause look at that. Yeah, that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it.
Yeah, it's death. That's
And
a
Anchovies not
2-1.
being phased during game 2 takes the set 2-1.
That's yeah.